Hey everyone, welcome back to Chesh, who is looking a little, I don't know, maybe he is a bit chunky. And there's a plane. Fuck the planes. I, I get that Airport West is just over there, but like, really? Really? Now? Really? How is everyone?
Great, fantastic. It's the middle of the week, and guess what? We're still in lockdown.
We are still in lockdown indeed. We are locus downus, as one would say. Of course, I am your lovely host, half host, co-host, host part, the gingerbread man. To no, there's nothing. I've got no comparison here to ice cream, because then that just sounds like cream, and then it sounds way too sexual. Hey, Ads, how you doing? Other host.
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm very good. Yeah, middle of the week, and we're struggling through lockdown. I believe we're not alone today.
No, we're not. Hello, fellow children. I am, of course, one of you, a child. We've got Hendo from Baseline Drunks. Hendo, how the fuck you doing?
I'm good. It's hump day.
And it is hump day.
It's bin night here in Yarraville, so we actually missed a fortnight ago the recycling, and let me tell you that pandemic is the wrong time to miss recycling.
Oh,
we didn't put the bin out, and so yeah, we've been swimming in cans and everything for a couple of weeks. So yeah, happy to get that squared away, and happy to join you here. So it's a big night.
What kind of cans are we talking? Are we talking tomato cans? Are we talking like Forex? Are we talking, vomit brew? Are we talking Foster's that nobody in Australia actually fucking drinks, you idiot Americans?
Yeah, no, there's a few various different types of cans getting around, a few pizza boxes, there's a bit going on.
You said Baseline Drunks. I'm pretty sure they're not sweet corn tins.
It could be. You never know. Fermented sweet corn over the last 10 years, so you could
fermented sweet corn.
No. The fermented stuff would get you going, I reckon. So
yeah, who knows? It'll either curl your toes or kill you.
I don't know. Yeah. Try anything in lockdown.
So we do have some stuff obviously to go through as per usual. We've got some mail and some consignments from some crazy person who hadn't dug around in boxes for the last, like, how many years, Adam? Like 4 years, 5 years?
It's been a handful. It was before the pandemic and everything went crazy.
Yep. Of course we got a little bit of hobby news, and I wanted to drop this one on Hendo because I know Hendo already knows what I think he probably already knows what I'm going to talk about, and that is, are we fanatics about fanatics?
Yeah, look, everyone's got a really different view on this. It seems like everyone's all over the place about it, and to be honest with you, it's so far away that I think if you get the highs are too high and the lows are too low, I think you're probably going to go insane by 2026 or something. So
2026, yep.
Yeah. So look, I mean, it's going to make things different. Having been around the block a few times myself, maybe not in the hobby, but just in life, like however things look right now isn't anywhere near what it's going to look like in 2026. So the chances that all those brands remain in the market, but just owned by someone else, I think there's a fair bit of chance that happens, but who knows? I'm not involved. I'm not sitting at the table, so I'm a spectator like everyone else.
The landscape's going to be, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Well, we could all be dead in 2026.
Exactly. It's 4 years away. We could have fucking World War III by then. China could bomb the shit out of us. Who knows? It's not like they haven't threatened nuclear war.
Could be the Panini variant of COVID.
Yeah,
who knows?
We're back to like the Cold War. Russia again are like the fucking superpower. So, never know what Vladimir Putin might have planned. He might just like come in with his guns blazing. If anyone's seen pictures.
Does anyone have plans though? Let's be honest. Like, I don't think anyone can make any plans for anything.
Like, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. It doesn't matter at this point. I'm personally excited, but, and this is something that's been now stolen by like various by various other outlets from what I was talking about last time on social medias, was why is everyone so doom and gloom about this? Now, don't get me wrong, monopolies are a really bad thing for the most part. Hashtag Disney, hashtag Fox merger. Hey, maybe we'll actually get a decent X-Men movie that's not the Wolverine movie where he, gets fucked up and dies, and we find out he actually does have a heart.
Disney Plus is amazing, by the way.
It is. It really is. And I'll be doing that tonight because what if? But my what if scenario for this is if I was putting myself in those shoes coming from the corporate world, I would be going, all right, well, number one, we have to set up a new company for this, right? But number two, I would be like, okay, what kind of deals can we make with people who have already done this? With Panini, with Upper Deck, with Tops? What other, and even Leaf, what type of agreements can we make with these companies to generate us more revenue that we then can pass on to the players directly that offsets our costs with those players, right? So it doesn't even have to be a license on actual NBA team stuff. It could be just licenses with the players, which makes a lot of sense because Panini had tried to go heavy into NFTs and now they've been basically slapped with, their balls have been slapped for the next 4 years because they can print all the NFTs they want, but in 4 years, cool, you've got NFTs that are just going to float around like, you're going to have like 3 players that people want to collect. And they're not going to want that other shit because look at the 90s, right? And one of the things that and people are worried about, which they don't really need to be, is they're worried that now is going to become the true junk wax era because all of those companies are going to fuck their reputations in the next 4 years. Fucking here's a little spoiler: they're fucking not going to because they want to make money, and they're not going to like print shit into the ground because they're losing a license. Because there's a chance they'll get the license back when the license renews again in like the next 4 to 6 years after that. Yep. That's what people have to remember. It's still going to be BAU, business as usual.
Yep.
I think that'd be crazy not to look at, and look, different people have thrown around different commentaries on what they think might happen or what the strategy might be. But at the end of the day, like Fanatics can't really expect to just, almost like we joke about in the Discord, it's like claim something. Like, oh, I claim license. But then I don't really have the expertise to know what to do with it. But I claim it and it's ours now, and let's build up to they're gonna require that you can't make a play this big and cut the players in on what's going to be an even bigger piece of their pie, and then just remain the status quo because you half your pie is going to the players all of a sudden. So you need a bigger pie, and that's
exactly. Well, I don't know about half.
Well put. You need a bigger pie.
But you
that's what they want to offer the players, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why Fanatics got this in the first place, and I don't think that people kind of understand. And Hendo hit it on the head, which is the reason why Panini, why Topps, why all of these companies just lost these players. The reason is because Fanatics went in flashing around a whole heap of money and went, you know what? You are the fucking player. You are a union. What we're going to do is give that union, give that player base a bigger slice of this pie. Because if you're signing on pennies on the dollar for a card that's selling at like $10,000, that's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Now, I don't care if it's in a box. A portion of that box should technically be going back to the players. And we don't know how much those players are currently getting, but we know it's shit. We absolutely know it's shit, that those agreements are terrible. And Fanatics were just able to move in and go, well, fuck what they're doing. We don't care. We don't care what the offer is. Here's our offer. And we know that the MLB and then the NBA basically just, the unions, I should say, for those players just went, oh, fuck it, we're on board. Here, contract.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what they were being offered before, because if
shit, that's why Panini's worth so much money.
Yeah, let's just say for every, I don't know, $100 they get 5. So let's just say that was it. Now, if Fanatics come along and say, hey man, for every $100 we make, we're going to give you 40. They're going to go, oh shit, that sounds good. But what Fanatics want to do then is they want to give the 40, but make 800.
Yeah.
And then that way the players are still happy they're getting their 40, but the Fanatics are super happy because they're no longer making 100. and giving away 40. They're making 800 and giving away 40. And that's basic business 101. But to do that, they're going to need expertise. They're going to need market trust.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to need to account for the dip. Because let's face it, I mean, you guys will know this way better than I will, but like over the last 12 months, the acceleration of the market has been massive compared to, say, 3 years ago, as an example.
Yep.
And so it's going to dip again. And those that really want to hang out and really truly love collecting and all that type of thing, well, they'll linger around. If you're purely there just to quickly make dollars, well, you might have to, hibernate for a couple of years, and then this Fanatics thing might be the best thing that ever happened to the hobby because we get another boom really quickly. So
exactly,
I think there's
exactly right.
There's something in it for everyone. I think there's going to be a trough to match the peak, and that's just natural. But I think we could be in for what would normally be in normal times be a 15-year break between these massive peaks. We might find that it's strangely 4 years. So
yeah.
Something for everyone.
The other thing is that I don't think Fanatics will come in and just bombard us with boxes. I think that we will see half as many releases of what Panini and Topps do at the moment. Not just because they're trying to find their footing, but because they're starting up an entirely new brand that is not Fanatics for trading cards. And if you're doing that, you want obviously different SKUs and different lines of cards. So you're not going to have 50 lines straight out of the gate, ready to go. It's not going to happen because you want to know that you've got retail covered, and they would have looked at how things have happened at the moment with Panini and that people can't get it at retail and there's too many scalpers. They're going to obviously have looked at that and go, okay, we want to make a product that is mostly retail. We want to make a hobby product that is mid-range for mid-range hobbyists. And then we want to make the Upper Deck exquisite product / National Treasures / Flawless that is our high-end boxes. And I reckon that we're probably going to get around 10 different SKUs for retail throughout the year, maybe 15. I would expect that we will get the same amount for the mid-tier hobby stuff that is between mid and towards high-end hobby. And then I imagine that we'll get 3 really not super expensive, but probably super limited releases throughout the year. I'd expect we get one straight up within the first couple of months of the contract starting. Then I reckon we'll get one that's mid-season in the sports, whatever sports are going. And then we'll get one that's end of season. And I don't think you want to you don't want to vary too much between your MLB design and your NBA design for the most part. But I think that when it comes to inserts, we're going to see a lot of different stuff. I have a feeling that, and this is just a feeling because this is what I would do. You go and you grab those particular husband and wife designers who are currently doing the Upper Deck Legends Metal series. You grab them and you contract them for a lot of money and you go, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Here's a team of 40 designers. This is your team to lead. We want results as soon as possible.
I am.
And you,
I don't know. I think if you're Fanatic, so look at what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a company, basically conglomerate with a lot of money, right? How do big companies that specialize in acquisitions operate in this day and age? They acquire shit, and we're going to stay with the pie analogy here, because they are going to get the best bakers and the best ingredients, and they're going to put it all together, and they're going to bring out the best product. This is what, and it was just touched on, is they might just buy Panini.
Yeah.
They just might acquire things. They're going to get all the ingredients that they require to make the premium product. And hopefully they use Upper Deck's success and failures in the 90s. They use Panini's success and failures in the 2000s, and they learn from it all and create this quote unquote pie that feeds the players, but also is really good for the hobby.
You know what I would do on the acquisition side of things? I would strip, and I would reuse some of those designs. but I'd fire a fuckload of that staff. I would look at their marketing, especially with things being delayed and how late checklists come out compared to when an actual product is coming out. The fact that they do not give content creators any previews or anything like that. They're not running it through streamers. They're not using any of these large content creators at all. I'm looking directly at you, Panini. You don't use your content creators who want to make you content about your fucking cards. Well, I'm looking at you as well. If you don't want to use your content creators, that's fine. Fanatics, bring me on board. I will show you how to effectively use your content creators to make your brand a fucking star. And it ain't hard. Look at what Wizards do with Magic the Gathering. That's all I'm going to say.
They're going to be worried that you're going to fire everyone, though, Chesh.
Yeah, exactly. You just said you're going to fire them all.
No, I fire all the...
But if you get the right ingredients, right, you just need the templates. You don't need the staff. You go somewhere else for the staff.
Yeah, exactly.
IP will be huge, and I think where it's going to get really interesting is if they do make a purchase and an acquisition of a company, and let's use Panini as an example, right? I think Topps is kind of going to be untouchable. It's going to be a weird one. I don't know how that's going to roll out, but let's just say they try and acquire Panini. Well, they get all of that IP. So anyone that's been sitting there who's behind this group of fanatics that that have got this all together, there's going to be people there that have got ideas. They will have been cooking these ideas for ages, and they'll already know what they're going to do, and they're going to say, look, we're going to go and buy Panini. We get all the IP, all those little things about, I really like Immaculate, but I really like Impeccable, but I really like Prism, but all the buts can be taken care of because they own the IP now, and then they can put their own little twist on it. And look, who knows? It may even be a case of you flip the back of the card, and I always do this when I'm trying to post, the old cards because I want to know the year. It always says like 2017 Panini Prism Football as an example. And I use that as the measuring stick of what the name of the card is when I post it on Insta. No big deal. Just don't want to fuck it up, basically. And so when you see that, though, you might see Panini by Fanatics.
Yep.
And that might be as different as it gets. But where the direction of the products and everything go, which other people are way more interested in that than I am, I'm sort of like with basketball, it's like see ball, get ball. Footy, see ball, get ball. Whatever they bring out, I go, cool, they've brought out some new shit. I either like it or I don't. Whereas the more strategic people in the hobby are going to be looking at it going, I wonder how all these changes are going to happen. I'm kind of leaning towards there probably won't be a whole lot of change straight off the bat unless they want to nuke the market and hope. I would be trying to keep it.
And they're not going to announce anything either. They're not going to tell us what's coming until they've decided.
Why would you either? And because then the internet is a fun place, isn't it? Like people will just speculate and piss and moan and carry on. But by definition, like whatever decision they made, you're basically going to piss, I don't know, half the hobby off.
Yeah, exactly.
Have to deal with that.
There's no way to make everybody happy.
Yeah. So they'll keep their cards close to their chest, but I wouldn't be surprised if you just end up with a little F for Fanatics in the bottom right-hand corner of the cards.
Also, shout out to chat because somebody's not watching chat. Yeah. All right. Card Punter says they're going to cut out all the middlemen. Yes and no. Here's my thought. So we know that Fanatics is StockX basically. They're all part of the same company, right? They have their channels for potentially releasing product. I do not believe that they will cut out hobby. Now, there's a good reason for this, right? You can cut out retail because you have StockX, right? Retail doesn't matter. If you're still supplying, people will buy from StockX. Your StockX stock will go up. I get it, right? You don't need big box retail anymore. You're StockX. You don't need it. People know who you are. But I think that with hobby stores comes resale. And they know that if they screw over a hobby store like Burbank, that they're going to have a lot of problems down the line because they'll have to be relying on places like eBay or Facebook marketplaces and shit like that. No one wants to do that. People still want breaks. People still want hobby. So I think that they will keep hobby stores around for that particular angle. But I do foresee them doing something different about retail, considering that, we saw it like months ago when somebody was like, was getting basically robbed outside of Walmart, pulled a gun on the guys, because they were trying to steal his product. So it's going to be a really weird one. Dan, how you doing? Good to see you.
They basically cut their own nuts off if they mess with hobby.
Yeah,
I mean, hobby's
exactly.
going to be their bread and butter, but I think they'll be super inventive with retail because, look, again, I always say this stuff with an asterisk because I don't profess to be an expert. I'm fairly new coming back into the things, but my theory is the old Janet Jackson theory when it comes to
Slip
retail. It's like, well, apart from the nipple, it's more about that whole "what have you done for me lately?" Because what is the retail message that Panini have sent? I mean, for guys that have been in it longer than me, like what's the message? They basically say that everything's cool, but it's just got heaps less shit in it.
Yeah.
Go retail.
I mean, basically, see, this is the problem with retail, right? So retail, and this is different in Australia, and I really want to fucking point that out because a lot of people don't seem to know how this works. In the US, when you are stocking at retail, that is not being stocked by the store. That is being stocked by a rep. That's a big fucking thing right there. The rep is from a distributor. Cut out those shitty distributors. Leave those shitty distributors with hobby if you really need to, but you don't really need to because you're fanatics and you're probably your own distributor anyway. Let's be honest. If you cut out the retail chain side of things because you don't have the reps to spare or you don't want to spare the reps because it's a waste of money, and it really is a waste of money. If you've got that platform, why the fuck would you send to retail when you have to have reps for that, right? Because you're adding extra money onto that product because you need to have reps with a distributor. You need to send to a distributor. Like, cut that shit all out and sell directly through your own platform. You're not having any shipping fees to the distributor. You're getting shit like shipped directly to your warehouse where you can authenticate it and charge an authentication fee even though you're the same company, because people aren't going to put two and two together for the most part, so whatever. I just think that there is a case to be made where we just don't need retail.
Well, no one's going to charge less, put it that way. So
exactly,
to use the pie or the bucket analogy again, it's like, there's going to be a bucket of cash, and so they get, I don't know, let's just use $50. They get $50 every time someone buys something through Big W or Target or whatever. They get $50. Well, it's still going to be that $50, whether old mate distributor comes and stacks the shelves or whether they just got a whole heap better system, better logistics, the whole bit.
Exactly.
So it's going to be the same dollars. I mean, so to bring it full circle to how does it affect the card purchasing, the community that buys these cards? I mean, I don't know. I can't see how there's going to be a whole heap of difference for the retail customer.
Yeah.
Or even the hobby customer.
No.
It's just going to come down to creativity and what they decide to do with it from a creativity side. But the back end, the whole aim for any company that acquisition, and more.
And again, like they've got 4 years to fucking figure it out anyway. So I mean,
yeah, they will have already been working on it for the last however long. Who knows?
Exactly.
I mean, this idea might have been born 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Who knows? And they've just seen this boom and gone, wow, this is the perfect silver bullet to go to the players and go, here's the numbers of how many cards were bought on eBay this last year. It starts with a B for billion. There's dollars being thrown around. You guys need to be a part of it, and we're here to help you. You can see the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. So Punter says Ruben's also a large investor in Blaskstone, which owns CCG, which also has CSG grading. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I foresee that we would get some sort of, if they don't buy Panini, some sort of one product where the graded card is coming directly from like CSG or something like that. To put CSG on the map. I could see them like trying to not bury, but try to climbing that ladder up into the big players for grading, because this all comes back on itself as well to be a very smart idea. Coach Dan Howe says, I'm very interested to see how it all works out. I can nearly guarantee they buy out a company. Agreed. I would go with Upper Deck personally. Which company, I'm not too sure. May even be a smaller one, but it will be for the experience. I wouldn't
Yep.
buy Leaf. I absolutely would just go, Leaf hasn't made as much of an impact in the marketplace that even Panini has in its tenure. And I get that Leaf is kind of still a new-ish company. But when
Yeah.
I can buy a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on-card auto out of 10 for $20 with $3 postage off eBay, then Leaf has problems. Because that's Ricky the Dragon fucking Steamboat. And that shit should be like $150 card. And people don't want it because it's Leaf.
But isn't Leaf what Fanatics will be if Fanatics fail? Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They got heaps of memorabilia, heaps of
except they don't have the Leaf don't have the oomph. They don't have the agreements for actual team names and shit, right? So it'll be a step up from Leaf, but still, if they fail, it's gonna be a wild one. Personally, I would probably look at buying out Upper Deck in its entirety. I don't know how many people know this, but Upper Deck don't just do trading cards. Surprise, surprise! They do board games and shit as well.
Do we want to open that old chestnut?
Yep, we absolutely do. Because I've had meetings with Upper Deck previously on some game designs that I was making.
You reckon you can get any templates for printing our own cards then?
I want baseline Drunks Monopoly. I want my own Monopoly. Can you talk to someone?
You remember Marvel Versus? I have some of the design templates for Marvel Versus on one of my hard drives somewhere. Because I used to talk to those guys a lot.
They shot themselves in the foot so hard.
They really did. They fucked stuff up. For people who don't know, they also used to do the WoW TCG.
Sure did.
And they also had some agreements to do Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point, which led them to being, I believe, sued at some point. Because it turned out that they were possibly doing some fake cards or something.
They supplied counterfeiters with templates to make fake, oh my god.
Allegedly.
Sorry, allegedly.
Remember that was settled out of court, so we can't prove it.
No, we're enjoying a lot of dots, but we can't prove shit.
Exactly.
Caribbean Market 101 right there.
Yeah, and Coach says exactly what I was going to say. So Dan says, imagine licensed MJ and Upper Deck with and LeBron with Fanatics.
Yeah. Exactly.
Imagine having some super rare MJ autos in a high-end product, right? I would absolutely buy out Upper Deck for that reason. Because with it comes agreements with two of the biggest players in the NBA. Two of the current biggest players in the NBA, let's be honest.
Two of the three players in the GOAT debate.
Yes, correct. So if you can go out and buy out Upper Deck, that's really big. That's a really big thing.
You also get Ben Simmons, don't you?
Who cares? I mean, if you want to
because Australia doesn't want him, so
buy the dip on Benji. I'm telling you, buy the dip.
Definitely buy the dip, but also just remember bricks.
Hey, just quickly on the board game front, I would actually, I'm just thinking of that Monopoly idea. I would actually be interested to find out from Dan at some stage what his Dan Howe cards Monopoly board would look like. I want to know. I know what his Mayfair and his Park Lane would be, but it'd be interesting to lay out all of Dan Howard's cards around the board and make a Monopoly board.
What would be the jail?
Game.
What would be the jail? That's what I would.
The jail would be a Celtics card.
Carson Edwards? Oh, you prick. Taco Fall? Oh, you prick.
Yeah, it's all right. I reckon it'd be that'd make a mad bloody Monopoly board anyway. Sorry to digress.
No, that's cool. What we're here for. Now, the other thing that we need to discuss is a whole bunch of content creators, what a surprise, shock, horror, were being shit cunts. Did anyone hear about this one?
Who were being shit cunts?
A whole bunch of content creators.
Isn't that their job? I'm joking, by the way.
All right, so HGA,
what did we say about the internet again?
The internet is for porn.
It's a beautiful place.
So basically what happened was HGA laid off a couple of staff members after a monthly review because they were being shit, they weren't grading correctly, there was lots of errors going through, and they were doing things like putting Irvin Johnson on fucking slabs instead of Magic Johnson. Not that I'm bitter at all, you fucking idiots. But they basically fired some people, and then a whole bunch of content creators took this and went, the sky is falling, mass layoffs at HGA, and then Tyler came on and went, no, sorry, we just fired some people who are really bad at their jobs. Like, we were just trimming the fat. We weren't, like, doing mass layoffs. Sorry. But if you ever need that information, just ask me and I'll provide it.
Is it just a slow news week?
Like, it's a really slow news week.
You know, like, we've had the NBA draft. We've had the trade period. Like, it's just slow news, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
people just trying to shit stir to, I don't know, make some content.
Exactly, it's just slow news. It's stuff that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I commend Tyler for coming on and shutting people down.
Yeah,
good, fantastic. But on the other side, like, you shouldn't have to. Because content creators should show a level of ethics. And Hendo, we actually discussed this in your channel earlier today about journalism and journalists, where journalism is, in my honest opinion, dead because of shit like this. This is what...
Ship sailed.
Yeah. And it's just...
Sorry for the noise before, by the way. I think my Coles order just got here and the dogs went mental.
We couldn't hear
sorry
you.
If that came through.
It's fine.
Lockdown life.
It's one of those things that's just, you know, really, really fucking stupid. We had PWCC this week as well. No, we had that last week. We talked about that last week, I'm pretty sure. Didn't we? Yeah, we did. We talked about PWCC.
When we've got Fanatics.
Yeah, Fanatics was
but you know what I mean? Like, we had... That's the biggest debate, but there's not a lot going on aside from what's going to happen 5 years from now.
Yeah, you make a great point. Yeah,
here and now, we're all like, what? Let's wait for the season to start. I mean, give it 7 or 8 weeks and we'll be hyped for the start of the season. Someone's going to get hot. Like, card prices are going to fluctuate. Luka's going to injure himself for the season and we're going to go, oh my God, my 25,000 gem mint 10 rookie cards are worth nothing.
Punter says Fanatics last week also. Yes, Punter, but we didn't actually know about the NBA side of things. We knew that they were working on a deal, but not that they'd reached those deals.
Now we're into hypothesis week for Fanatics.
Now we're into NFL week for next week. We'll see. So I guess midstream we have to do a little slow roll, I guess, of some stuff coming up. For those who don't know, this stream is obviously proudly brought to you by churchbreaks.com.au, and we have some consignment stuff that has come in from one very, very strange, angry short man. I can say that because Adam is shorter than me, and this is a new revelation.
Yes.
I felt very tall. It's lovely. And I just want to let you know that by the end of the weekend, we will have some of this product, which I will go through, up on the website for purchase. The make of an offer button is there. There is not just sealed. There's also going to be some slabs and some raw cards as well. So I thought we could go.
No $5 offers. No $5 offers.
It'll automatically reject on $5 offers. Just to let you know.
Excellent.
And if you put 0.69 cents, I'll fucking ban you and your IP. And yes, I can. And yes, I have. And you know who you are. Because I tracked you using your IP.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't.
Jesh is police cops. He is police cops.
I've been around long enough to know how to use IPs against
sports
people.
Cards. Hello. First time viewing. He thinks it's his first time viewing.
What? First time?
That's mad. I like the name.
That is madness.
I like it.
First time caller, long time listener.
Sports cards, love it.
First time viewer.
All right, so coming up on churchbreaks.com.au for our quick little advertisement section, we have these lovely Kobe Hero and Villains box sets, completely sealed. Will be going up on the website.
Oh boy.
We have.
Yeah, I went through my box of what have I got left in the garage.
Shit.
It turns out it's a lot of shit. It turns out it's some mad shit as well. We do have 2016 Contenders Blasters. 2 of those are going to be coming to the website.
Bloody love.
We have Chinese New Year Revolution. I wrote down the year somewhere and I can't fucking remember for the life of me where I put it.
1718.
I think it's 17. Yeah, 1718. So 1 box of that is coming to the website.
Hunter's the best. He's just like crack one open.
Crack it open, crack it open.
There is 2 boxes of 15-16 NBA hoops. 2
I've heard a
autographs
rumor
per
that
box.
both might contain Booker rookie autos.
So get in for your bookers. Book your
I'll keep
bookers.
an eye out there.
As it were.
Once they're online.
Speaking of potential cool autographs, 17-18 hoops as well. Surprisingly, these are getting quite expensive now. Don't know why, Tatum. Don't know why.
Tatum's a beast. Tatum's a beast.
And last for this year
If
at the
only he
moment,
played for a better team.
2 boxes of 16-17 Prestige. How
Wow.
prestigious is that?
How much room for activities do you have in your garage now with all this stuff moved out of there?
This
I
this
moved
is
one
the
cardboard
spare room.
box. I've got a tub of accessories somewhere.
I feel like we've just kind of traded one for the other, to be honest.
Oh, don't worry. There are stories about me going through drawers and going, oh, I didn't realize there was like a PSA 10 Kobe rookie just in the drawer. I'm like, oops.
Holy hell.
Funny you should say that.
Moving house is a fun thing.
Some of these are already up on the eBay store. If you look up Chesh Breaks on eBay, you'll find some of this stuff. Other parts are going to be listed on the website very soon. One of the Magic Autos that I posted on Instagram is also already sold to Dan Howe, who is in the chat. So that is fantastic. Sorry for outing you, I guess. Bad joke. All right.
Do I get a commission for tagging Dan in your post?
No. You gotta think.
That's cool. That's a quick answer. I appreciate a quick answer.
Hashtag businessman. All right, so we've got a Tatum rookie. It's a lovely, what's that, a concourse? I never fucking remember. Whatever.
It's one of them. I think it's a
select.
concourse.
Yeah, I think I sold one of these earlier in the year. Kawhi Leonard. D-Book.
Speaking of rookies.
Yeah.
The old rookies.
Some of those retro Giannis. Fantastic. Now, that looks absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
That's amazing. I was about to say the same thing.
Yep.
That Larry Bird card is
That
excellent.
is a Revolutionaries to 50.
I think it's numbered to 50.
Yep.
That's loose. I like
so
that.
good.
Really good.
I almost want to buy this.
I just
for
like some
myself
of the
just to
different
get it graded.
designs with Revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
They really hit the nail on the head sometimes.
A Joker rookie.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly.
Why
Bradley
not,
Beal.
indeed?
Jesus.
I thought that was like a really beefy Pokazevsky.
Well, it may as well be. It's Sabonis and it's a Cosmic. Yes.
Yeah, Cosmic to 100, I think.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
my memory
Were
serves.
Were these numbered? They were numbered. To 100.
Those ones were.
Yep, to 100. I didn't know that. That's a thing that happened. What do we got here? Jaylen Brown rookie, which is an Astro. We have this Zach LaVine to 10 Cornerstones patch auto. It's
God, that's
gorgeous.
That's mad.
Yep. Local Legends Magic Johnson, I think is what? 7 of 25? Yep.
That Magic is great. Every Magic auto is great though. Like every single one I see.
Exactly. Gorgeous die cut blue Kobe. And then I think this one's to 99, isn't it? Yep.
Is that one 99 or 49?
This is the 99 blue. That's the 49 purple.
Aha.
Which, by the way, I actually have some Carson Edwards in 49, and they look stellar.
That purple is, that's a nice color.
Yeah. Doesn't do it justice under the lights here. Jumbo Noir patch. Clear cloth. This gorgeous to 25 tie-dye of
like that one.
Kobe.
That's
and
cool.
I swear this is one of those cards that I had a look at it and it's so clean I actually kind of just want to buy and grade it. I'm not gonna lie. Like my entire paycheck.
Yeah.
We have
It's a gorgeous card though. It's
Yeah.
so good.
double feature. Something for good old carpet punter to 250 is a performance clause upper deck.
It's one of the redemptions, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I think the redemption's in the top loader.
Now this one is
I like this one.
An impact showstopper, which just makes it so good. And you like, I swear, if we had hobby hangout still, and you can see this in person, this is as good as a kaboom. This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like that design
Much like
is
that-
literally a kaboom.
Much like that Larry Bird card, that is very, very displayable.
Yes.
Like
I really like the way Revolution's inserts pop like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like even sometimes even base cards in Revolution, you just look and you go, I would put that on display. Like it just looks cool. Like, I agree with that.
Draymond Green, I think that's a rookie as well. Clay Thompson,
I was going to say
rookie.
all the ones from that Prism set are rookies. I think.
Dame Lillard.
I thought it was funny that you're just skipping Draymond Green, but you're not skipping it. That's all right.
I'm still going through it. Just
wasn't he pick 60 in that draft or something?
Yeah, something like that. Dame Lillard. Then we have the Jordan Clarkson, and this actually has a 101 in here somewhere as well. This is a rainbow.
Right. That is correct.
And I think it's a full rainbow, is it not?
It is a full rainbow.
I dig a rainbow chase. I'm very partial to the rainbow.
1 of 1 for it.
I hit the 1 of 1 in a break, and I was obviously a Lakers fan, so I was like, "Yep, I'm going to get this rainbow." Ended up getting the number to 5 in a sale 3 days later.
Mm-hmm.
I made the chase pretty easy.
That's so good. I'm like 21, I think, of 28 in a Randall Cunningham mosaic rainbow chase. At the moment.
Exactly.
So I'm getting there. Speaking of rainbows, look, I was going to wear my Pride beanie, but it's too hot in here, so I went with the hat.
Too hot.
It's a good segue for rainbows. That's all. As you were. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Some of these are available up on the Trash Breaks eBay store. Other will be up on the trashbreaks.com.au literal, physical, whatever you want to call it, web store. Physical web store. Dickhead. You know what I mean. Whatever.
Literal, physical, emotional.
Yep. So we've got a Julius Randle RPA.
That's number to 10, I think.
Which is number to 10, yes. Very pretty.
And it's in a one touch. One touches are worth about $800 a piece these days. So
oh, yeah.
Julius, factor that into your purchase.
Another 3-color Julius Randle. This one is the Noir, which is fantastically sexy.
That is good. I like that. Noir always wins.
Nice. Yeah, especially with these ones that are like the proper black and white instead of the colored version. Like the alt version.
Oh, the two-tone, yeah.
Yeah. Then we have a National Treasures RPA of Julius Randle to 99 with a 3-color patch in it. Pretty.
Then these are deliberate PC of Randall, or
I was PC. I have a Randall PC.
Right. 1 of 1 clear cloth. Julius Randle.
Rookie.
A cool player to PC. I can see why. I like him as a player. So
I love Randall I was feeling when he got traded.
He's off the wall enough that it's not like you could realistically chase his cards without the fear of being priced out and smashed with it. But there's still heaps of value out there. It's a cool player. I like the choice.
Yeah. No, I'm a huge Randall fan. I just love him as a player. Like he's so aggressive. So happy that he got most improved. Yeah. So happy he got most improved this year.
Yeah, super cool.
Magic Johnson ringing endorsement. This is definitely up on the eBays, I'm pretty sure. The All-Star Kobe update patch. It's a fucking gorgeous patch. And of course, the black and gold shadow box design of the sexy 3-color Kobe patch.
I was gonna say, I don't know if my screen is too small, but I've actually got its friend over here.
Oh, game over, Hendo.
black gold signatures. I broke up the pair. I remember getting them together, but not sure if I want to get rid of the signature just yet.
Next up is some slabs.
Because why not?
So, we have a Julius Randle SP variation prism.
More slabs than Hendo's recycling.
Damn right. Then we have a Lux die cut rookie auto 9.5. Then we have. Was this the 1/1? No, this was the 149. Yes. Okay, Donovan Mitchell select white.
I like Donovan Mitchell as well. I'm a big fan of him.
This
I
next
actually
one,
like the white prism. I think it goes well because he's in the white uniform.
This next one is probably my favorite one I've seen in a while. Jordan Clarkson.
Random Jordan Clarkson 1/1.
Oh wow!
Look at that. That is just gorgeous.
Once again, very displayable. You wouldn't have to be a Lakers or a Clarkson fan to just go, you know what? I want people to look at that when they walk in the room.
Yep.
Yeah, and other things that you could put in that pile of stuff that you want people to see is this Skybox Premium. Yep, Kobe Bryant Skybox Premium 9.5 BGS.
That's fun.
That's another fun, gorgeous card.
I might accidentally just say I like everything.
And the one that I left to lucky last is this BGS 9 Topps Finest Airs Kobe Bryant, which is stunning. Yeah. So some of that stuff is up on the eBay. Some of the stuff is not.
That Topps Finest has got Punter's name written all over it. he loves that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain people in the hobby where once you understand what they like and what they're looking for, those late night eBay searches on the tablet where you're sitting there half asleep and you're just searching, it's like your brain just goes, you know, if you see something, you know who loves it. And so it just takes a quick copy of a link and send it off to someone. But yeah, that's
that's exactly it.
I dig that about the hobby though. The amount of times you just get like either I tag someone or they tag me. It's very cool.
Oh, dude, the amount of times that
with Randall, I'll know for you ads. I'll know for Randall. It'll be the worms in my head now. It's over.
I still get random Randall tags.
Yeah,
it's funny because
you'll get more now.
The amount of times that people
some of those RPAs, even the to 25, they're multiples because I've just gone, oh, another RPA. Yeah, and it's just habit. You're like, oh, I'm not sure if I've got that one, and I'm at work. I'll buy it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, because what if I don't have it?
Exactly. Get home and I'm like, oh, the patch is exactly the same. Oh well, I guess I got two.
Yeah. The amount of times that people just tag me on Facebook for Larry Johnson, Carson Edwards, or Killian Hayes now is just ridiculous.
Guilty.
I literally got a tag this 2 days ago for a Carson Edwards at $20 for a 1/1 RPA, and I was straight on that shit, and I was just like, sold. I just one of the boys.
Just can't help it.
Yeah. I think it was Blaze actually that did that one. On to actual mail time now that we've got the chessbreaks.com.au and eBay store shit out of the way. Speaking of random tags.
Getting shit out of the way, it was very, very, very good shit.
It was very good shit.
I was going to say that's actually come out of my box of random stuff, which I might actually start Twitch streaming occasionally and just going through a box and start listing things.
Yeah, dude, you should definitely do it. That's awesome.
Exactly.
It's fun. It's so fun to see the treasure box. I like it.
So I went in a cherry break apparently for Topps Finest, and this is the only card I got.
You have a problem. You realize this.
Did you rage in the chat? Did you rage?
Because I wasn't there. I didn't even know. I received this in the mail, and I was like, oh, I got one random Brian Mountcastle, which the postage for this, like, you could have just sent me the postage cost because it would have been more than the card.
But we talked about this. All we need is the t-shirts.
Yep.
We need t-shirts. Exactly. If you get screwed in a break, you just get a t-shirt. So I went in a break and all I got was this bloody t-shirt.
Well,
and you could literally just get so many t-shirts if you have a wardrobe full of them. It'd be great.
Speaking of breaks and me getting stupid shit all the time, this one was from MJ Trading Cards when I was doing breaks with them. And this was Prism and Select. And everyone knows that I always seem to get the Spurs and Devin Vassell. all the
Oh,
time.
I got something I can show you.
Just means that I have to alt tab. What are you gonna show me? What are you gonna show me?
There you go. There's one just straight out of the box. He's just sitting here.
Set it on
And-
fire. Set it on fire. Nobody wants it.
There's
DeJounte
the
Murray
kindling.
in the red cracked ice.
Oh wow.
Old mate.
Wow.
Bloody vassal.
And
He's all over me.
Just garbage.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. But if you're going to get Spurs, honestly, at the moment, that's kind of the best you're going to get.
Yeah,
unless
and
it's
I-
like super rare
Fucking
short
I
print or
just
something
hate
else.
I don't know. Patty Mills is on fire at the moment. Don't worry about rookies. Patty's where it's at. Although now he's going to be in net next season.
Yeah, I'm conflicted with that. I'm struggling massively.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. That's going to be tough.
I want to cheer him on, but I will find it very difficult.
Fair.
As long as they're losing, we'll be fine to cheer him on.
That is a great point. I hadn't thought
So
of it that way.
this was a tag on Facebook.
Yeah, nice.
Carson Edwards Prism Auto. Definitely absolutely take that.
I like irrational PCs that hopefully turn into a massive payday. I'm all about it.
Exactly.
Absolutely all about it.
Went into a random break with boxbreak.com.au in one of their premium mixes.
I like those guys.
I also like them very much. What I do not like is the fact that I didn't see that this particular break had draft in it, because I would have stayed the fuck away because I hate draft. I think
Is that
everyone's...
college uniforms?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
Which is funny because I actually did get Celtics, but I unfortunately didn't hit. Hang on, let me just sort this out for a quick second. I didn't hit the Celtic that I wanted. Instead, I hit Aaron Nesmith.
Oh yeah, old mate. Don't know much about him.
And
I need to watch that Pokusevski guy too because I don't really know anything about him.
Aaron Nesmith. This is all fast break draft prism. And oh yeah, by the way, Aaron Nesmith.
I struggle with this stuff.
Great, it's great. And
Always
then I hit. That's gonna have.
These
to
are the
come out
kind
of
of products that you just put away in boxes, and then randomly you
Right,
find
right.
stuff years later.
Would you not say though that as someone who's stashed boxes yourself, like I've never done that, and so is that the main value, do you think, of the college uniform product? Is that you can stash it,
And then
Because
maybe one day,
and it's
You
never
sell
worth
it-
anything.
but you sell it with the hope that there's a Zion or there's a LaMelo or there's a
yeah,
It's like, because I don't think I've seen it where any of these, like the LaMelo autographs and the Illawarra Hawks type jersey and that type of thing. It was like every LaMelo Ball card that came out for the first 3 months, where it was just it went through the roof, and then immediately the arse
crashed.
fell out of it.
Yeah,
It just
Yeah.
crashed really quickly. Whereas the
Mm.
box, I don't know. I'm just thinking of if you see the last year's class.
yep. So it's the potential of getting.
Yeah, I
Isn't
feel
that the
like-
hobby now? Like with the price of boxes,
Yeah,
you're like
maybe.
every time you open a box, unless you hit the hit of the box,
Yeah. Everyone's
You're
like,
not-
dud box. It's like, no, not really.
it's a dud unless I hit an RPA that's through the roof. Yeah.
exactly. Another Aaron Nesmith,
Oh, something different.
and then Jason Tatum for something different.
Oh,
Take that.
he is dominant.
And then it also had some boxes from last year, apparently, specifically Chronicles Hobby, because Romeo Langford didn't hear him
Yes.
out to something.
I was going to say,
and
your guy should be in here then.
Romeo Langford didn't hear him out to something. And then something that I have about 30,000 copies of, base Carson Edwards.
Oh, I thought it was a Celtics Killian Hayes card.
What are you
I was going to say, not a hoops Killian Hayes. Are we at 100 yet? No, I think we're about 10 off.
We're close. We're close.
Oh, Chesh. Who knows what might be in here, mate?
Well, dude.
I was gonna open it on Sunday because I'm literally leading into that segment with all Killian Hayes go to Chesh.
And I wasn't there because I was having sex.
Oh. All right, cool. I don't know what that is. That a segue for? Because that should have been a segue for Adam's Kobe cards.
It is a
Yeah,
segue
like extra
to how
rookies.
bad National Treasures and me are in bed. I wish I was joking, but yeah. So I already sold off the Isaiah that I had cracked out of this particular break. So I went in a couple of different breaks and I hit out of nothing but one. Only one break.
Ooh.
and
This is the NT stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. So I hit Isaiah Thomas auto to 25, and I hit this, which is I think to 99. Yep, to 99.
Okay.
If you could really call that a patch card, really it's a napkin if you want to be generous. I call it a piece of cloth embedded into a card for no fucking good reason, because let's face it, that's what it is.
That'll be their alternate uniform too. That grey and blue and
yeah.
It's
a sad day when you see people posting about their National Treasure's true RPA, and you're like, you can't call it a true RPA because the patch isn't worn by the player. It's not a true RPA. It's an
so
auto.
these are just a random bit of material.
They're a random bit of material, exactly.
Okay. There are what would you call them? Rookie
napkin.
RRCA.
Random cloth.
Yeah.
Rookie random cloth auto. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of Noir and random rookie, to 99 we have Killian Hayes that I bought on eBay.
Nice.
Paid a little bit too much for it, to be honest, but there isn't a lot of these hanging around on eBay.
I'm almost of the opinion, like flat out, that you can't actually overpay for your PC. Like part of me feels that way.
Agreed.
You can if you're me. Because everything is a kind of like a side investment, right? And because I have to look at it more from that business point of view rather than like I just want it for me. It's that maybe this will be worth something down the line. So I don't want to pay like $100 for this. I didn't, by the way. I'm not that crazy. I paid I think $30 for it. And last year I definitely wouldn't have paid that for a Carson Edwards of this. I would have paid probably $15 to $20.
You could have easily gone and paid $30 though to be in a Noir break.
And got nothing again. Exactly.
Yeah, and hope to hit something like that. So I don't know. It's all relative. It's really difficult. Like you were saying before, ads like when you said about buying a card twice, which I love because I actually bought it was like a late 80s team set of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
And I was just in such a hyper mood to get more team sets and all that I actually I did that. I bought a particular team set twice. So I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with a 1986 or something, Philadelphia Eagles team set other than just, I don't know, leave it in the team bag and sell it.
Exactly. So
there are some random cards that I actually think I've got another one of those Jordan Clarkson from that rainbow. I've got two of the number to 10.
Why am I not surprised?
Because I wanted to complete that rainbow.
You know what that means. You got to get the other 8.
Mm-hmm. You need to buy the 101 that's here. Oh, wait. This was... I spent 210 on this last little bit, and I feel like I got an okay deal. I think I overpaid for one of the autos and I underpaid for the other auto, which kind of made it worth it. But 210 for the whole lot, the whole brick, was cool. The first one was a First Steps Killian Hayes, because I didn't actually have a First Steps in my collection. And it basically means that this works out at $10, right? I would have paid anywhere up to $15 for it anyway. It's
justified immediately.
Yep, it's a good card. It's a great design. They look fantastic, and I wanted it in my PC. The second one,
call an enabler.
Yes,
you are absolutely. The next one, and people at home might not be able to really read it.
Season ticket.
But this is a Playoff Contenders 2021 season ticket for Killian Hayes. I don't see on here anything about it being numbered or being like a variation or anything like that.
Often they don't, though. I think having watched Blake on Cherry, the amount of times he reveals a particular card, and it won't have like a what it's numbered to on there, but he'll sit there and go, I think that's for 49 or 99.
Yeah.
He's kind of guessing off the top of his head. But I don't think I've ever seen him where they actually say it on there. So
Yeah. Well, I haven't looked it up, so I don't really know.
Mm.
But again, I paid about $80 for it roughly. And most autos I pay around 50, depending what the auto is. So like a base Prism auto, I'll pay about $50. Anything that's base unnumbered, generally speaking, $40 to $50. If it's numbered, I'll probably go higher to about $60. But I didn't see many of these around at the time, and I really wanted one, and I don't have a redemption in my collection yet for Hayes this season. I have like 4 different redemptions in my Carson Edwards collection from last season that I lucked upon. So that was one that I have redeemed. I'm going to put it face down. And the last one, the one that I paid technically $120 for, which I think I underpaid, is to 25, and it is a tricolor patch from Origins. It is the light blue variation, and it is
nice.
fucking gorgeous.
is
And
it rude to say claimed?
paying $120 for this, I felt that the rest of those purchases from this $210 block were justified. I would probably go as far as to say for this, I might have paid upwards to maybe at 150.
Yeah, that's a sweet patch.
Is he number 8?
Number 8? What?
As in, like, is his jersey number 8?
Number 7.
It's 7.
7 or 8?
7.
Number 7.
Right. Because what's that part on there? I'm just watching. I'm just looking at the patch.
Yeah, like trying to figure out where it's from.
I don't know.
It could be. Don't they all wear like number 88 in their initial? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
I like it though. It looks great.
It does look good. I like those 3 color patches, and the fact that it's the blue variant.
Yes.
Any blue background on because of the Detroit, it really brings it out.
Yeah, and that was the thing.
Matches.
Like, again, I probably would have gone anywhere up to about 150 for this. I've seen these sell for around that. And I basically just made the offer to the guy on the 3 cards and went, look, I'll give you 210 plus postage. And he was like, yeah, done, because, you know, I love your show and I love the fact that you're a Killian Hayes fan and I want to see this go to a fan rather than somebody who's just going to flip it straight away. So deal. And I was like, sweet, awesome. And to me, this is just like a legit, very cool card that I did not own, that it just goes straight into my PC, and it's a showpiece. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm gorgeous.
I sold some cards on an NFL group on Facebook, and I'm usually a buyer. I'm not usually a seller. If I sell, it's through eBay, and even then, it's, you know, eventually I got to get around to listing a lot more stuff. But I remember selling some Minnesota Vikings stuff that I just got through random breaks and stuff, and I'm sitting there looking at it, going, I'm not going to do anything with it. And this guy messaged me and said, he's interested or whatever, and I think I had it was like $50 worth of stuff, X amount of cards. But then the more I got talking to him, like, I'm soft as, because the more I got talking to him, like, he was showing me photos of like when he first went to like a Minnesota Vikings game, and like he was just clearly like a big fan, and this was just purely going for PC. And so in the end, I'm just like, yeah, dude, just like, it was meant to be $50. I'm just like, yeah, just give me like, I don't know, 27 posted or something, and we'll just get it done. But you feel a lot better, not on both ends of that transaction. Like, if you're pushing something out to someone and it's purely PC, like I honestly, I think the karma comes back in spades. You know, you just make sure the right person has the card. So what you're saying, Chesh, about that seller, I tip my cap, because it's like, it comes back to you 50 times over, I reckon.
Well, it's like when I hit earlier this year, I hit a a low numbered Ja Morant auto from Certified in a box break. And one of the other box break guys was just like, I really want that, and then messaged me because I like chucked it up on eBay straight away, and went, hey, will you take like, you know, $100 off it for me, because like I'm a massive Ja Morant fan. And I was like, yeah, man, like, absolutely, like I'll message is it Benji, box break guy?
Peter? No, Peter. I think it's Pete.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll message Pete and I'll have Pete just like, you know, transfer it directly into your name if he hasn't sent it yet. And he's like, oh, you do that? I'm like, yeah, man, like, I don't care. I don't have the card yet, and Pete still has it. So like, I'll just transfer it to you, and we'll take care of the money side of things here on eBay, and we're all good. Should have done it off eBay, to be honest, so I could have avoided like, you know, $50-$60 in fucking fees. but I didn't mind like taking a cut off, like even that bigger cut, because it's like I if it's my shit and I can't do it these days, obviously, because business and stuff. I will still discount stuff where I can.
Yeah.
Just if I get it out of a break, it's not from the business stuff, so I don't really need to worry about it that much.
Yeah.
But I'll always try and give somebody like at least a halfway decent deal, because it's like if you really collect that shit, like paying market price, you're always prepared to do it. Paying overs, most of the time you're prepared to do it. But if somebody can give you that like extra little ray of hope and says, you know what, I'll give it to you a little bit cheaper, because then you can go and like either pass that saving on to somebody else somehow, or you can just like use that money that I've taken off this card and go and buy yourself other little bits for your fucking PC.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where even as the seller, you like seeing your cards go to a home that they're going to be like treasured. Yeah. Like if I'm moving my Kobe's, I like to see them go to a Kobe collector, not someone that wants to flip them and make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've got a giant Kobe frame in Jersey that I'm trying to move, and it's like I want that to go to a home. Like I want to know that someone that genuinely wants that item, not not trying to lowball me to try and flip it to the next highest bidder.
Yeah, and I think you can see that in the sale, because if I've got something for sale for $100 and someone's just like, oh, well, you take 35. Like, granted, you're going to go, dude, what do you talk about? Or auto decline or whatever. But I think it's the people that like really hell bent on take more and more and more and more off. All right, I'll come up to 42, but not $1 more. Like all that sort of bullshit happens when they want to flip it, because every time they come up, they're eating into their own potential profit. Whereas if you've got someone who's a PC, they look at it for $100, and like Chess said, they'll be like, dude, any chance you could do that for like 90? I really want it.
Yeah, I want
they'll
message you. Yeah, they'll be like, oh, it's 100, and they'll go 100 posted ? Like they're just like, can you just post it to me for nothing?
Yeah, and
I want it for the PC. You're like, you know what? Sure.
Yeah, and people look. There's going to be people out there that they'll use that. The more it becomes common, they'll use that to their advantage and say it's for PC and whatever else. But
when they're lowballing scumbags, they're probably not going that high anyway.
Yeah, so. Exactly right. But you just said before, Chesh, about in regards to like giving someone the nod, or keeping an eye out for PC or whatever. Cherry did some Allen and Ginter breaks the other day, and a few people on the stream at the time, they all sort of jumped in, and I think they're $10 a pack. So I think a few people bought 3 or 4 or 5 packs each or whatever. And Cody ended up getting a Randall Cunningham Philadelphia Eagles card. And like, he couldn't have been any quicker on the chat. He's just like, oh, chuck it in Hendo's pile. Like that's his PC.
I did see that. I was watching.
And I'm like, are you serious? Because I'd hit like a Otani card. And I know that Cody's like mad into Otani. So even though I felt bad a little bit for Blake, because I'm like, oh, sorry, mate, can you just swap them around? It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but he got an Otani that he didn't have already, and I got a Randall Cunningham, and I'll take a nice photo of it and display it. And like, he just sort of said, he goes, look, don't worry about swapping me, man. I just want it. I want you to have it, because that's who should have it. And I thought it was really interesting the way he said it. So it was cool. But we got to trade live, I guess, in a way. So
it's the closest we're going to get to live trading, I guess.
Yeah,
exactly.
until February.
So true.
And that's the thing. Like that's really what the hobby should be about. And I think that people maybe lose sight of that a little bit. Like,
how do you trade now, though? If you don't know the person, there's no trades, because everyone's just like comps.
But it's
like, well, everybody's a sports card investor these days, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, there's a point where you're just like,
because I'm not sure. Like that, like it's Allen and Ginter. It's not. I mean, there's nothing.
That stuff. Oh, is that the one you bought a box of?
Yeah, it's the one that we opened. Yep.
That we opened on Saturday on the street. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it's just so different, and so like honestly, with that product, you don't really do it because it's just so wacky and wild. But generally, in a product, like I'll sit there and I'll be like, okay, so I think the Cunningham's worth about $4. This Otani would be worth about 9, Cody. So yeah, if you just like PayPal me $5, man, friends and family, it'll be cool. Like as if that would happen. It's not going to happen. But that to me, that's where a lot of it sits with people, where they're like, for sale or for trade, and then people will be like, "Oh, I'll trade you this." They're obviously looking up the exact dollar value and going, "Oh no, you're $3 short, mate. What are you going to add to it?" It's like, oh god, is it in your PC?
The dollars and cents. It's you pull out somebody, it's their PC, $10 card. You're like, mate, there you go.
I've done it myself, and I know you guys have as well. It's just I just think
It
everyone's a
goes
little
around,
bit
comes
too.
around.
They're a little bit too hot on 130 point or whatever. Like they're just a little bit. Everyone's a bit
If
hot
it's
on
a comp person, they're not really part of the community per se. They're not about the community aspect.
But they're not going to trade, though, I think, is the main point. Like, they're not going to trade. They're going to...
Oh, I used to love going to trade days. And
How cool would it be?
Well,
we'll have trade days again once...
It'll happen once everyone's vaccinated, apparently.
Once everyone's vaxxed and shit.
Grunt Dad in the chat earlier, just before, said the First Steps card reminds you of the 98 Upper Deck Michael Jordan shoe cards.
I don't remember those cards.
I'm guessing they would have just been all the different Jordan sneakers over the years. And then he followed up, where are we from? Why no in-person trading till February? We're in Melbourne. And I think I was just alluding to the Hobby Hangout has been officially rescheduled. It was announced last week, I think, or over the weekend. So February 2022 is when the Hobby Hangout is has been rescheduled to. So
exactly.
I mean, obviously, if they lift restrictions and we're allowed to go out into the community and interact with humans again, like face to face rather than via technology.
Humans? What are those?
We're going to have QR codes at everybody's house at some point. You have to scan in to...
I already have one. There's one downstairs.
Wow.
Yeah, did you not see that when you walked in?
I saw that, yeah. Wow.
Because we live in a unit block.
Unit block, of course.
Yeah, it has a QR code because of body
I apologise, I didn't check in.
Jeez. Oh, too late now.
Whoops.
How very dare you.
Melbourne is in Australia. Yes, that's correct. We are Australians, as you may be able to hear from our accents.
Good day, mate.
I fucked a kangaroo, and I chucked it on my fucking Barbie, and then I fucked it again with some prawns.
Oh, boy.
Cunt, blooming onion.
Yeah, people get us confused with Austrians, apparently.
With Austrians,
I like him Dumb and Dumber when he winds the window down. She's talking about she's from Austria, and he goes, "Oh, I know Austria. Good day, mate."
Good day, mate. Fuck you, Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Fuck
boy.
you. Yeah, no, we're from Australia.
Yep.
Oh, I think we covered everything.
Covered everything?
Yeah, I think so.
There's a lot. That was a lot.
I wonder if this is from, this is obviously from White Pistons uniform.
I would think, yeah, it looks, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to think where that curve would come from.
The only thing I can think of is someone was telling me at one stage, and I do not know if it's right. I honestly don't know. They were saying that when they do a lot of the early, they're player worn, they're like the early draft pick photo shoots and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That they all get like an 88, or was it 98, or was it 90, or there was a particular number they wear before they get their actual jersey number. And so they wear them for like media day and all that sort of stuff. So they're the same shit. They're just not in a game. But it depends what it says there. Like if it's game worn, then I'm completely...
Oh, it definitely won't say game worn. I can almost guarantee that. NBA.
Yeah, what's their
88?
It's Motor City, isn't it?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to zoom in. I thought it might have been the R and the O.
R and the O. I've just come to that conclusion myself. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
It might be the R and the O. It doesn't look like it. Detroit Pistons, Jersey. There we go. Images. Nah, it's not definitely not Motor City because
No.
that's
Motor
a blue.
City was grey, wasn't it, or blue?
It's a blue or a black.
Not associated with the blah blah blah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I don't even know where that would come from.
Yeah, I just like because
Pistons,
even if
no.
it's from an 88, like that means it's gonna have to be on its side, and that just
Yeah,
seems
I'm
weird.
starting to think it might be the Detroit, the R and the O.
Yeah, I reckon you're onto something. It makes the most sense, the R and the O.
Because if he's number 7, it's definitely not. Yeah. I mean, it could. In all fairness, it could come from the R or something. Like it could. It doesn't have to be from the jersey.
But are the R and the O
It could be
that
any angle, right?
close?
Yeah, they just throw it in there, I would have thought.
Yeah.
And plus, technically, that's on its side, that card. So they might have a method of putting them in vertical every time, and it so happens it's a horizontal card.
Yep.
Or I've got absolutely no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And
also-
this is obviously option D. We've got no
Usually-
idea.
Option
Usually
D.
possible.
None of us have
Option D.
Yeah.
Don't know.
None of us have fucking idea of what we're talking about because we can't figure it out. Maybe it's
The 8.
from the shorts somewhere.
Card Experience says it's the 8. They put all the NT patches sideways too. It's Panini, guys. Come on. He's number 7. So it is the 8. Okay, there we go.
Because he's number 7, this is absolutely the number 8. So that's,
Exactly. Thanks, Panini.
it makes complete sense. I'm down. I dig it.
That's totally. Yep. We've solved it. Thanks, Panini.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
The
fucking
Philadelphia
know.
uniform. Let's be real.
Either way, it's a cool looking card. So
It is.
I think
It
I'm
is.
done. I think I'm done. Are we done?
Tune in next week. Tune in next week for the follow up to
for the thrilling
Part 2 of
conclusion.
Where the fuck did this patch come from?
yeah Scooby Doo ending.
Let's all play. Where did this patch come the fuck from?
I dig it. I'd watch.
Maybe like a game you could run. You just create random patches and be like, okay, competition time.
Where'd it come
Can
from?
you find the patch?
Where on the jersey is this from? And then someone puts up a logo man and you're like, really? Come on.
Cheeky.
No,
That's cool.
I get nothing. Yeah, somebody puts up a fucking logo man. It's that Nico Mannion one from the hat.
Yeah, that was
Fucking
a
shitty.
mission.
Such a bad fucking card. Seriously. Oh. Hope that doesn't happen in the future. All right, cool. Hendo, where can people find you and Baseline Drugs?
Yeah, we're all over the joint, not in a very organised way, but yeah, you can search up Baseline Drunks on YouTube. We jump online every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. BaselineDrunks.com. You can head to the store and buy some merch that will help give money to Food Bank Australia. So there's a little plug for that. But yeah, just generally at Baseline Drunks for Insta, Twitter, Facebook. I don't post on all of them, so you'll get the best of me on Insta, or just don't bother. I mean, it's up to you, really.
Mm-hmm. Ads, where can we find you?
Well, now I'm back on Twitch, and I might be opening my random treasure box or little boxes week to week.
That's what she said
yeah, exactly.
in her hot
Just
tub
got
on
in.
Twitch.
Ads 7281 on Twitch.
And that's 80Z. Just
80Z for those in Australia. 80Z,
80Z
if you're from the United States.
United States, yep.
Yes. Yeah, 7281. That you can find me Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. God, I don't know. It'll be there somewhere. Yeah, well, we might find some more Kobe junk.
Yep.
Maybe it's not junk.
Exactly. And for myself, you can find me on eBay at Chest Breaks. You can also visit our lovely store over at chestbreaks.com.au, where some of the stuff you've seen tonight will be listed over the weekend. Go buy stuff. There's
Yes.
like slabs and shit. Buy
Good
it.
stuff there.
Yep.
Do it.
Some fun
And
stuff.
if you are in Australia and you want to consign some stuff, please do contact me. Contact at chestbreaks.com.au. There will be a web page for that very soon. under the top header of consignment. Just as soon as I get some legal paperwork drawn up, which I should probably do tonight, so I can send Adam a thing saying, you take 75%, we take 25%, but you don't have to do shit. So smile.
Yeah, outline all the service and bits and pieces.
Exactly.
I'd put that on the document. The smile part, definitely.
Oh,
Definitely,
the smile's
yeah,
got to be in there.
Use the right emojis.
It's legally binding. It has to
How
have
legally
a smile.
binding are emojis? I'm not even going to get into that.
If you put it into a contract,
He put a winky face emoji in. I don't know what that meant.
It is technically a legally binding contractual agreement, but
A legally binding wink.
But the emoji does not count.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is part of the
So if I
legal
put the
document.
winky face or crossed fingers.
It is part of the legal document, but unless it's specifically referred to as that you must make insert emoji, then otherwise it will not count as part of the legal document. There you go. You're welcome.
I'm going to put the eggplant emoji on every document now I ever sign in my life.
Just sign your name as an eggplant. Just be like, yeah, my name is Dick.
I'm doing it.
Grayson.
You give me a great idea. Next time I refinance my car or something, I'll hit up Vincenzo. And I'll be like, hey, man, here's my signature. My John Hancock, the emoji.
My John Hancock cock.
Eggplant squirt.
Yeah. That's if you want my full name.
And just to let everyone know before we sign off, episode 3 of What If is up. And it looks like it's about Nick Fury struggling to launch the Avengers when candidates are targeted by a serial killer.
Ooh.
Oh, baby, that sounds amazing. That's my night done.
As not Marvel as this sounds, I didn't watch last week, so I've now got 2 episodes to watch.
Oh, you need to watch last week's. The first one was...
It's amazing how busy you can get in lockdown.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to tell you, the first one is definitely by far the best one, in my honest opinion.
That Captain Carter?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was fucking...
That was very good.
Just, brilliant.
Actually watched that twice, I think. Probably watch episode 1.
Because who doesn't want to ride their flying robot boyfriend through the sky? Really? Come on.
Best, right?
Just the fucking best. That sounds so much hornier than it should.
Yes.
Great. All right, we're going to fuck off out of here. Hendo, thank you so much, buddy, for coming on. Hopefully we will get one of yours very soon. And thanks everyone for hanging out and putting up with our shit. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Well, I mean, I guess we'll probably see you Friday if we break this break that's up. Please go and buy break spots. There's only 4 spots out of 10 left. You'll get 3 teams for $105. And it's 3 Prism value packs, 1 Prism Team-All sealed box, and 1 box of Crown Team-All. Yep. Good break.
Solid.
Good one. Catch you later. Bye!
See you guys.